Hello everyone, the time is 3 p.m. I'm just about to start coding. I really should have started coding earlier today, but I recently moved to Madrid, so I'm trying to make friends, so forgive my unproductivity. So today I have a few exciting features I'd like to add to Kozy and also some improvements. I'm trying to release the new version of the app next week. It's been a while since I released a new version, and I guess that's the main reason the revenue hasn't gone up, because I'm getting quite a lot of cancellation because the current version out there has a few bugs I've actually already fixed. So I just need to release this as quickly as possible and stop trying to make it perfect. So today I'm mainly going to improve the timeline, fix some import issues, and also improve the UI for the thinking. And after I do all those 3 tasks, I will go to the gym and do a full body workout. I really hope I finish those 3 tasks because I really need to get this new version of Kozy done as quickly as possible and released. But yeah, I'm going to just work on the timeline feature now and get back to you to show you an update on how that's looking. I have finally finished with the timeline feature update. For reference, this is what it looked like before. As you can see, it just takes a single thumbnail of the video and just keeps repeating it throughout the timeline. And I personally find this really annoying because I want to be able to skip forward in the video and guess what's happening in that video in that moment by looking at the timeline. But this old version did not allow me to do this. So now with the new version, you can see the images are changing. I can see, for example, that I'm going to be showing a living room here. I can see that I'm going to be showing my screen here. I can see I'm going to be showing a video at some point right here. Yeah, so this is really good. It only took me an hour to implement this, but I think it's actually a great update. So the next thing I'm going to work on is when Kozy is editing a video, you can see it does a streamed thinking. And essentially what it does is it basically creates step by step, almost like a step tile of all the thinking process. But the problem with the current approach is that I want it to only show the current step that it's on and not show the previous one. And then if you tap on it, you should be able to see the previous one. I think this is a lot more user-friendly than just having this huge list that you have to keep scrolling down to see what is currently being edited. So yeah, I need to just make this look cleaner. I'm going to be copying what ChatGPT does because I really like their UI, and hopefully it turns out all right. I think I'm going to struggle in this one because I tried to look for a component online that I could use, an existing component, but I couldn't find any. So I'm going to have to make one from scratch, and yeah, I just have to make sure it looks good and it feels nice to use. Yeah, that might take me a while, but I'm going to just work on that now and see what we can find. I thought I should share this. If you're building a React app, consider getting the simple React snippets because it allows you to do stuff like this. So for example, I want to create a state. I can just type USF, tap enter, and you see I can just start entering the name of my state. So in this case, I want to create a state that stores the expanded status of the stepper. And if you press tab, it just automatically does that for you. So you don't have to keep entering everything. You can also do stuff like UEF, which will add the use effects function to your component. Yeah, it's really cool. I've been using it for a while, so yeah, just thought I should share quick tip. You know what, this was actually a lot easier than I expected because initially I had ChatGPT write the whole stepper class for me, and this was really annoying because when I needed to update something in the class, because I didn't write it myself, it was quite hard to understand how it was working. And also I was trying to get GPT to update it, but it was struggling. I tried Claude, but it was struggling. So what I did is I just rewrote the whole class myself, the component myself, essentially allowing me to understand every part of it and finally allowing me to basically just build this feature as quickly as possible. So let me just show you how that works. So right now I've selected a video I want to edit with Kozy, and I've entered instructions on how I want the video to be edited. Now, when I tap edit video, it usually takes around 10 seconds for the video to be transcribed. And now you should see my new UI. You see it shows the current step that is happening in the edit. And if I tap this, it expands it to show all the other steps, but there's nothing there right now. And I think that I think the coolness of this shows once you see 2 steps, because it just looks a lot more clean than showing everything at the same time. Okay, you can see it's edited the first 2 seconds of the video, and now it's doing the next one. And again, it's just showing me the current step of the edit. And if I want to see the whole thing, I can tap this to expand it. This is way cleaner. I actually really like this. And this is the 3rd step. It's just a lot easier for me as a user to just know what's going on right now and what part of the edit is currently working on. If I play what that currently sounds like.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but not every opportunity is meant for you. Last year, I lost out on £80,000.
So it's picked a really good hook.
I run a recruitment and marketing agency that helps employers hire people of color. And we were invited to tender for a piece of business with a local council.
Yeah, this is really good. And you can see all the steps right here. I'm pretty happy with the results. And I'm happy that it was a lot easier than I expected. I guess there's a lesson to learn here, which is that sometimes it's easier for you just to write your own component so you can understand it, rather than AI writing it and then you end up spending a long time trying to figure out how to change it. The final thing I need to do today in terms of working on Kozy is I need to fix this import right here. The problem is, so the way Kozy is set up is that I have a mono repo where my Electron app, which is the desktop app you're seeing, and the backend, which is a Next.js app, are all in one repository. What this allows me to do is that from the Electron app, I can just directly import types from the backend. So for example, this is me importing a type from the backend. And this has been a lot easier for me. I guess the fact that the backend and the Electron app all use the same types. It just makes it a lot easier for me to set up. But right now, this import is not working. You can see there's other imports I'm doing right here, like at Kozy, or like right here. These are all from the backend, and these are all in the Electron app. And they're working pretty just fine, but I don't know why this is not working, so I need to dig deep. The funny thing about errors like this is that it seems like it's going to be easy, right? But I have a feeling, you never know, like errors like this, they will just shock you out of nowhere and they will end up taking hours to fix, and you end up finding another problem with it. So I need to figure out what's going on there. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long, because I need to go to the gym and work out, and it's a Friday, so I don't really want to finish working too late today. But yeah, let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, yeah, I figured it out, but I'm not sure exactly why this is happening. From my knowledge of TypeScript, this shouldn't be the case, but essentially I have 2 files, 2 Electron files that are importing a file from the backend, but they're importing it in 2 different ways. One of them is using an alias, and the other one is using just like the direct path to the file in the backend. But because they're using 2 different methods, it's like TypeScript is just like, nope, I'm gonna fill one of them. I feel like they both should work, but as soon as I change it to import in the same way in both those files, it just starts working on both of them. And I'm too tired right now. It's 6:30 p.m. to try to understand why. If it happens again, I'll look deeper into it. But for now, I have completed all the tasks that I need to do on Kozy today. And yeah, the final thing I need to do now is just go to the gym, and I can enjoy the rest of my Friday.